Hi, welcome to the Principles of Management Week 1. My name is Sonia Richardson and I'll be your instructor for the next 4 weeks. I know everyone's very busy because the holiday's coming up and you have some shopping to do, some wrapping to do, family may be down, so we're going to make this really quick. I am going to jump right into our discussion and we'll get you out of here as quick as we can. So here we are on My Course Connection. If you have already been on here, you know what's on here, but if this is your first time or two on here, here's what we got. In these blue links, you'll see the due dates, the discussion rubric, course expectations, course syllabus, and information about the textbook. The most important part here is these due dates. The due dates do have cutoffs automatically set in place on the computer, so you want to make sure that you're getting in there, getting your assignments done. I do have all assignments due on Saturdays. I feel that it's better. It gives you time throughout the week to work on things. You can finish everything up on Saturday, get it submitted. I'll close it out. We'll do our live lectures Sunday nights at 8 and start a whole new week with homework due the following Saturday. I do my discussions, my live lectures Sundays at 8 due to the fact that I do have kids. I do have a full-time job. It's just the best time that is consistently open for me. So if you are unable to attend, go on here, submit your live lecture submission, and we'll go from there. This first week, I am going to give you a quick little to-do at the end of this video, so I know that you watched the whole thing, participated, so watch out for what I ask you to do at the end. It's nothing too big, but just a little something. This week we covered chapters 1, 4, and 5. This is my first time to cover this class, so I am going along as you're going along, reading the chapters, doing the homework, and if you've been into the discussion page, you see that I have been participating in the discussions as well. I'm going to do this throughout the chapters, especially more so with the discussions on week 1 and 2. Since we are not interacting live on the live lectures, I'm going to interact with you through discussion. So I know that you're in there, you're participating, and I'm going to go ahead and click on the discussion 1.1 because I wanted to point out something. Since I am going through and reading the book with you and doing the homework with you, I want to point out that this says to refer to pages 15 and 17 when you're writing your discussion. And we're going off this grading rubric. So I want to make sure that, for one, you're following the homework assignment. So somewhere in your discussion, does it refer back to pages 15 or 17? So I'm watching for that. And I do pull this up whenever I'm grading and making sure that you're hitting all the points of the grading rubric to get all of your points. The thing that I watch for the most, because I noticed it in the business world a whole lot, is correct spelling, grammar, and punctuation. If I could just say it right, it would probably help. So correct spelling, grammar, and punctuation. If you're using to, T-O, T-O-O, T-W-O, there, and there, I am going to make sure that you're using the correct one. So if you have to have someone go over and check your spelling, check your grammar, do that before you submit your homework. There's rating rubric for each of the assignments, so do utilize that whenever you're completing your task. I'm already on the discussions. I'm already read your discussions. I have contributed a discussion, so if you have any questions about that, let me know. We are not going to cover all of the slides for the chapters 1, 4, and 5, but I do want to highly recommend that you go in and read each of them. If you've read the chapters already, you know that the slides cover the chapters, and it does a really good job of hitting all the really important information. So to save you time with your families, I'm not going to cover this today. I will do a quick review next week, but I do expect all of you to go in, read over the slides, know what's on there, and to have read your chapters 1, 4, and 5. Down here we have the assignments. Assignment 1.1, 1.2, they're both due by next Saturday. Do remember that we opened this class a week early so you could be with your families, get a head start if you wanted to, but it's not due this upcoming Saturday. It's due the Saturday before New Year's Eve. So again, here's that grading rubric. Make sure you're going in, you're citing APA, the correct spelling. Follow everything in here because I will grade exactly how this rubric is laid out. EBSCOhost is easy to navigate. If you do need help, there's a tutorial. If you're still having issues, get with me and I will get you going on that. If you have any questions, again, with your homework, I'm doing it with you, so I know what you're going through. I know what you're doing. You can get with me if you have questions. Here's 1.2 that's due next week. It's an easy assignment as well. Here's your rubric. Make sure you're following that. And again, if you have to have someone proofread your homework, do that. It's good to turn in something with good solid, I guess you could say, meat in your paper. You want to make sure it has good spelling, it has good information, and that it flows well. So the quizzes, there's going to be a quiz, and when there are quizzes, you get one shot at one time. You can only take the quiz one time. So make sure you're reading your chapters, you're looking over your slides, you're doing everything you can, because you only get that one attempt on the quiz. So that is week 1. We'll talk a little bit longer and more in depth on week 2, because we'll be over Christmas. We'll be done with that. We'll be waiting on the new year, but I'll have more time. You'll have more time, and we'll get more deep into our discussion for our pre-recorded lecture. So week 1, recorded lecture, week 2, recorded lecture, and then week 3, we go live. So if you have your due date sheet, that is Sunday the 7th at 8 p.m. will be our first live lecture. So be there. On Course Connection, it's the same as all the other pages. It has a little bit about me if you want to join me on Facebook, LinkedIn. If you want to join the Business Admin and Accounting Facebook page, there's a lot of great quotes, inspirational things on there. So that's a great Facebook page to follow. Here are my office hours. I'm right across the street from Community Care College in my office. So if you need to talk to me, you can outside of business hours. There's my virtual hours. Don't feel like that's the only time you can reach out to me. I'm available almost anytime. I work constantly with my full-time job as well. And so if you're wanting to reach out and get in touch with me, I'm generally on my phone and I'll get back to you quickly. My preferred method is texting or emailing if it's something that I can just answer really quick. If you need to call, definitely call. I'll answer the phone. But if I'm busy, I might have to call you back later. There's my email, my phone number. If you call my office number, I'm distance ed, so I'm not in the school much. So I'm not going to get that phone call in a timely manner. So I really hope that you will reach out this way. I do have a voicemail explaining that I'm not in the location to please call my cell phone, but there's that. So here's your little task to make sure that you participated for our first recorded lecture. I want each of you to email me what it was that was your biggest accomplishment in 2007 and what you hope to accomplish in 2018. It gives us a chance to learn a little bit about each other. This might be something I would do when we were first meeting as our live lecture, but since we don't have the time to do a live lecture, this is what we got and what we got to work with. So something for me in 2007 for my biggest accomplishment was at Ferguson Enterprises, my full-time job. I'm a credit manager for the eastern half of Oklahoma. And in September, I went to a conference in Dallas of all the credit managers nationwide across the U.S. And I was selected as the new credit manager of the year. So seeing as how I'd only been with the company about 11 months, it was very, very surprising to me, and it was a really big accomplishment. I'm very grateful for that. So in 2017, I want to grow as an employee, both with Community Care College and Ferguson. So I want to do more. I want to grow. I want to help more people. That's the biggest thing that I like about both jobs is I get to help people in different ways. So that's what I'm looking forward to in 2018. I can't wait to hear more about you, your accomplishments for this year, and what you hope to accomplish in 2018. I hope all of you have a very Merry Christmas, and I hope if you have any questions, you feel free to reach out. And I appreciate you sitting in today, and enjoy.